Did you know that one of the world's longest and most remarkable peace treaties was signed in the 7th century, forging an unlikely alliance between a Christian African kingdom and its powerful Muslim neighbor? This extraordinary agreement not only shaped the destiny of two nations, but also set a precedent for peaceful coexistence in a region often marked by conflict. Known as the Bakht, this treaty was established between the Kingdom of Makuria, located in Nubia, and the rulers of Egypt. Remarkably, it endured for over 600 years, an almost unheard-of span for any diplomatic agreement in history. Unlike many treaties of the era, the Bakht was not a result of defeat or conquest. Instead, it was a pact built on mutual respect, shared interests, and a desire for economic prosperity. Both sides recognized the value of cooperation over conflict. Makuria flourished along the life-giving Nile, in the heart of Nubia, an area that today spans parts of modern Egypt and Sudan. Here, the kingdom built fortified cities, developed advanced irrigation, and fostered a vibrant, unique culture. While empires around them rose and fell, Makuria stood resilient. The kingdom developed its own language, distinctive art, and rich Christian traditions, leaving behind a legacy that still fascinates historians and archaeologists. The Bakht established annual exchanges of goods, grain, textiles, and more, creating a steady flow of commerce and fostering deep ties between the two peoples. This arrangement allowed Makuria to thrive, secure from the threat of invasion. Such enduring peace was no accident. Makuria's rulers were shrewd diplomats, skilled in negotiation and deeply committed to maintaining stable borders and nurturing cross-cultural relationships. Their legacy is a powerful testament to resilience, wisdom, and the transformative power of diplomacy in a turbulent and ever-changing world. The story of Makuria and the Bakht invites us to rethink what we know about medieval Africa, revealing a history rich in diplomacy, innovation, and enduring peace. Makuria was rooted in the heart of Nubia, a region defined by its dramatic landscapes and ancient history. The kingdom stretched along the Nile between the 3rd and 5th cataracts, an area that today forms northern and central Sudan, marked by rugged terrain and the life-giving river. This narrow, fertile ribbon sustained by the Nile's annual floods was the kingdom's lifeblood. Here, agriculture flourished, and bustling trade networks developed, connecting distant lands. Makuria emerged as a powerful state in the 6th century, with Dongola as its capital. This city became a vibrant political and religious hub, shaping the region's destiny for nearly 1,000 years. The kingdom's timeline spanned from its conversion to Christianity in 543 AD, which brought new faith and culture, to its gradual decline in the 14th and 15th centuries as outside pressures mounted. Makuria was a vital link between the Mediterranean world and sub-Saharan Africa, controlling lucrative trade routes for ivory, gold, and slaves. Caravans crossed its lands, bringing wealth and new ideas. The Nile and the surrounding desert shaped every aspect of Makurian society, providing essential resources, natural defenses, and a unique way of life. The rocky cataracts acted as formidable barriers, making invasions difficult and helping Makuria master its challenging landscape. These natural obstacles protected the kingdom for centuries. The people's daily lives were intimately tied to the river's rhythm and the desert's protection, shaping their traditions, beliefs, and resilience. In this unique setting between river and desert, Makuria's remarkable story unfolded, a testament to the enduring spirit of Nubia. Makuria's strength lay in its centralized government and innovative culture. The king ruled from Dongola, supported by a network of officials and church leaders. This organization enabled grand projects, fortifications, churches, and irrigation systems. Makurian architecture blended Byzantine, Coptic, and Nubian styles with domed churches and vibrant frescoes. The kingdom's archers were legendary, defending Makuria against powerful invaders and earning a reputation for near invincibility. Makuria developed its own form of Christianity in the Old Nubian script, leaving behind a trove of documents that reveal a literate, sophisticated society. These achievements set Makuria apart as a beacon of innovation and resilience. Makuria's survival depended on its formidable defenses and military prowess. The kingdom was a chain of fortresses along the Nile, built on high ground to control the landscape and river. Thick walls and strategic locations made invasions costly and difficult. Makuria's archers, famed since ancient times, were trained from youth and struck fear into enemies with their deadly accuracy. Geography was an ally. The Nile's cataracts and the surrounding desert created natural barriers, complicating enemy advances. Makurian forces used guerrilla tactics, exploiting the harsh terrain to weaken invaders. This defensive system deterred attacks and allowed Makuria to negotiate from a position of strength. Their fortress mentality was key to centuries of independence. Makuria's greatest diplomatic triumph was the Balkh Treaty with Egypt, forged after the kingdom's remarkable defense against two major Arab invasions in 652 AD. This was a pivotal moment in African and Middle Eastern history, as Makuria, a Christian Nubian kingdom, managed to hold its ground against the powerful forces of the expanding Islamic Caliphate. The resulting treaty was not just a ceasefire, but a carefully negotiated agreement that would shape the destiny of both nations for centuries to come. Instead of endless war and destruction, both sides agreed to a unique non-aggression pact based on annual exchanges. Makuria sent slaves, while Egypt provided wheat, cloth, and wine. This arrangement was unprecedented, blending diplomacy and commerce in a way that benefited both societies. The Balkh became a symbol of compromise where each side recognized the other's strength and value. The Balkh wasn't an act of submission by Makuria, rather it was a pragmatic and strategic trade agreement that secured peace and prosperity for both kingdoms. It allowed Makuria to maintain its independence and dignity, while Egypt gained a reliable southern neighbor. The treaty guaranteed safe passage for merchants and pilgrims, opening up the Nile corridor for trade, travel, and cultural exchange. This fostered not only economic growth but also a vibrant flow of ideas and traditions between the two regions. With its northern border secure, Makuria could focus on internal growth, investing in agriculture, the arts, and religious life. The kingdom flourished, building impressive cities and monuments that still inspire awe today. The Balkh allowed Christian Makuria and Muslim Egypt to coexist, trade and interact for centuries, creating a rare zone of tolerance and cooperation in a world often divided by faith. The treaty was flexible, adapting to changing times and rulers, but always rooted in mutual respect and benefit. Its terms were renegotiated as needed, showing the wisdom and adaptability of both sides. Makuria's rulers used diplomacy as skillfully as they wielded the bow, balancing strength with negotiation to protect their people and culture. The Balkh stands as a rare example of peaceful coexistence between different faiths in the medieval world, demonstrating that dialogue and understanding can triumph over conflict. It's a lesson in how strength, wisdom, and negotiation can create lasting stability, even between very different cultures. This diplomatic legacy is one of Makuria's most enduring achievements, a testament to the power of peace and the art of statesmanship. Christianity was the heart of Makurian identity, adopted in the 6th century and shaped by local traditions. The king protected the church and bishops held real power, making religion central to politics and daily life. Makuria's churches and monasteries were centers of worship, learning and art, adorned with frescoes blending Byzantine and African styles. The Balkh Treaty enabled Makurian Christianity to thrive alongside Islam, making the kingdom a rare Christian stronghold in the region. Archaeological finds reveal a vibrant religious culture with dark-skinned saints and kings depicted in church art. Monasteries preserve texts in Greek, Coptic, and Old Nubian, nurturing a unique literary tradition. For over 8 centuries, Christianity shaped Makuria's laws, art, and society, leaving a legacy that endures today. Makuria's culture was a blend of Nubian heritage, Christianity, and influences from Byzantium and Islam. Pottery was a hallmark, finely crafted, decorated with Christian symbols and geometric patterns, reflecting a rich artistic tradition. Old Nubian, written in a script adapted from Coptic and Meroitic, gave the kingdom a distinct literary voice. Surviving texts reveal daily life, faith, and law from the Makurian perspective. Society was hierarchical, with the king at the top, but women held notable status, sometimes even determining royal succession. Women owned property and appeared in art and legal records, showing a society with unique gender dynamics. Most people were farmers, living by the Nile's rhythm, using decorated pottery, and participating in a shared religious life. This strong, cohesive culture united Makuria from palace to village. It was the foundation of the kingdom's resilience and identity. Makuria's daily life was as fascinating as its grand history. Legal documents show a complex system of land ownership and taxation. with ordinary people holding property and settling disputes in writing. Bioarchaeology reveals advanced medical knowledge. Makurians treated bone fractures and even ingested natural antibiotics through their beer. The kingdom's reach extended far. Makurian pilgrims traveled to Jerusalem, and a Nubian chapel stood in the Holy Land. Even after Makuria's decline, its traditions and language influenced modern Nubian culture in Sudan and Egypt. Royal power was balanced by tradition. If a king became tyrannical, the elite could demand his ritual suicide, ensuring accountability. These details reveal a society that was literate, innovative, and deeply connected to the wider world. Makuria's legacy lives on in unexpected ways. Its story is richer and more complex than most realize. Makuria's story reminds us that history is filled with forgotten civilizations of remarkable achievement. For nearly 1,000 years, Makuria built a world of faith, art, and diplomacy along the Nile. Its people created a unique culture and language, standing strong against powerful neighbors. The Bak Treaty is a lesson in pragmatic peace, allowing two worlds to coexist and thrive. Archaeological discoveries continue to reveal Makuria's true place in African and world history. The ruins and texts of Makuria echo through time, urging us to seek out the hidden stories of our past. The kingdom's legacy is an invitation to explore the many untold chapters of human history.